Hi guys, welcome back to Home Life with Rebecca. So I should be cleaning. I need to reorganize our utility room, go through all the bins. Kennedy, my youngest, has decided to let her kitchen go. She says because she wants to put a desk in her room like her sister Jillian. She's been really into like doing art and homework, of course, when I'm like, nobody does art anymore. Isn't that how it always happens though? All of a sudden, like, I rearranged the cubbies and she was like, it was like having new toys. I still got rid of all that other stuff though, but she still has plenty of art supplies. But needless to say, she now wants a little desk in her room so she can like do her homework. She doesn't really get much homework. And draw, write letters, all that good stuff. So I think I'm having just as hard of a time getting rid of the kitchen as she is, because it's kind of sentimental and I love the bright colors of it, but there's just no room. That kitchen just takes up so much space in there, and they're just getting to the age now, especially Jillian, where, you know, she's got more clothes and they've got more things that they want to keep, and the kitchen just takes up a lot of space. And besides, like when her friend comes over to play, she doesn't really play with it that much. So we'll see. I'd like to put it in the basement so that she had like a little play area down there, but that feels unfair to my son Parker because it's kind of his bedroom right now, even though he's like never ever home. He's either at work, at practice for his band, or with his girlfriend. But that still is his space, you know, when he is home. So I'm not really sure. I need to figure out like the basement situation. We really need like another extra room down there or something. But I don't feel like doing any of that stuff today. I'm like just feeling, oh, I don't know. I just feel like doing nothing really. But my daughter Allie is not feeling well today, and she is stuck at work, and she has been loving the fall weather we've been having. And she was like, Mom, you don't ever bake homemade bread anymore. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I just looked at the last video I made of me making bread was 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in November. And I think I made bread last fall. I just didn't make a video of it. But I thought, well, I'll just make some bread today. I think my yeast, okay, it expires next month, so it's probably a good thing I'm gonna do this. I've made bread videos before, so I just thought I would just do a little bit of chatting today, but I wanted to attempt to make some bread. It's been a while. I actually need to clean out my KitchenAid mixer. I cannot dump flour in there right now because it is super dusty. So I'm gonna give this a good wash. I mean, see, it's been a minute since I've used this. I think I haven't used it since the last time I made cookies, like 2 months ago. So I need to wipe this down really good. But I've got my 7 cups of flour measured out. I probably should need to buy some more flour on the last bits of it. I think we're gonna either have some like lemon carrot soup tonight with spinach, or homemade garlic pasta. Oh, look at the squirrel out there. It's so lovely out today. I had a nice long walk. I've already got 11,000 steps, and it's not even 11 in the morning. It's probably why I'm feeling a little bit tired too. I went on a nice long walk because the weather was so nice. It's like, I don't know, what is it outside? It's like 64 degrees outside. It's like perfect weather. It's not windy, it's not too cold, it's not too hot. It's perfect. You can wear a sweater, or you can tie the sweater around your waist. I don't know, it was just a really nice walk. But I'm going to clean this and then start the flour, or start the bread. Okay, so I have my dough ball here. I had to go back and watch my video because I forgot how to make bread because it's been that long. So I'm just gonna knead it, let it rest for a couple minutes, and let it sit for an hour in a large bowl to rise, and then knead it again and put it into the loaf pans, let it rise again in the loaf pans, butter it or oil it, and then bake it. Ooh, look at my little muscle. Anyway, I did manage to vacuum my floors up here this morning and steam mop, which was good. I have to confess I did cheat with this bread. The dough hook did most of the work because it just kills my hands to do this, which sucks because this used to be for me the best part of making bread is playing with the dough. I'm using a new tripod and I don't know how to work it. It's kind of upsetting me. You know when you get so used to something, learning something new, and it's not even that it's complicated, it's just like stiff and it's aggravating me. Anyway, kneading dough used to be so soothing. Or, you know, if like I was mad, I'd be like, oh, like beating it. And now it just hurts my thumbs. But the dough hook I have found just doesn't get it smooth enough. So I still have to go in and do it with my hands. But the dough hook does a good job of like mixing all the flour and stuff, so it's not so sticky. Okay, I'm just gonna cover this with the clean dish towel and you can't even see it because I don't know how to work this stupid tripod. Come back to it in a few minutes. Okay, I don't know, it's just like a thing I do, 3 minutes, and then I end up kneading it one more time into a ball, putting it into the bowl, and letting it sit for a few hours. But I'm gonna clean up my mess, and I think we're just gonna have soup tonight. It's the orzo pasta with the carrots and the spinach and the lemon, because it's supposed to cool off tonight. And I think that'll be a nice cozy meal for tonight. And hopefully the bread turns out so that when Allie gets off work, she will be happy. I made myself, after I walk, sit down for 30 minutes. I enjoyed some water, and then I had another cup of coffee, and I was trying to get through this library book because it's due at the library today, so I'm probably not going to get through it. I just haven't really had time to read. But yeah, tomorrow's Friday, and it's a special Friends Day at Kennedy's school. And the parking is always atrocious every time they have this event. So I think I'm just gonna walk to her school and meet Adam there. And then I'm really not sure what our plans are this weekend. Maybe I'll do the kitchen and the basement, like the play kitchen, and organize the basement this weekend because I really don't feel like doing it today. And plus, I think when the bread is rising, I told my sister I would call her. So I'm gonna call her on the phone and chat for a bit, see how things are going, tell her about how Titan's doing, and that's probably it. I've got my dough ball, so I've got the timer set for about an hour. Before I knead it one more time and move it into the loaf pans, I'll melt some butter and then bake it. Cleaned up the kitchen. Now I'm going to go call my sister. Okay, still trying to figure out this selfie stick. Like the tripod opens too wide, so I'm having trouble finding places to put it. Ow. Okay. It's very sensitive, this tripod. I feel like I'm gonna pinch my finger. I might have to send it back. It's got this cool little clicker. Actually, my other one had this too. But this one doesn't have a video feature. It just has a camera to like take a picture. Anywho, it was only $20, so it's not like I spent a ton of money on it. I don't remember what I was going to tell you. I made myself some peach lemonade iced tea. I'm very tired. I'm going to call my sister in a minute. I've got about 30 minutes for my dough to still rise before I can put it into the bread pans. I had to find something for my husband. He should be home for lunch soon. Oh, I know what I was going to show you. I've still been doing some practicing with the doodling. I think I showed you the first couple that I did. I mean, I'm not great. Obviously, my goal is to just fill up little tiny booklets to practice. They look better after I color them. This one I really messed up on. Like, I couldn't figure out how to do this until I got down here. Like, my brain just wasn't computing. And you can see I'm like really crooked on stuff, but that's okay. I've never been an artist, but this is fun. It's very relaxing to create my own little coloring book for myself. I don't know what's going on in this one. It's a lot. It is a lot, but it was fun to color. And then I tried to do something different with like the thicker lines. Ended up making too many little boxes. And yeah, that's all I've done. I've got about 4 more pages left in this little book, but it's my first little coloring book I've made myself. I don't know if anybody saw the videos of my son's show on Friday night, last Friday after the pumpkin patch. I thought they were like at the end, like I really thought that they were fighting up there. Like even my husband thought that, and he kind of like went towards the front of the stage because we were like, he's like, do I need to intervene? Do we need to call cops? Like it looked like a full-blown fight. And then my son like jumped off, and I don't know if he was like trying to like crowd surf and like he thought maybe somebody was gonna catch him, but he like slammed into the floor, which is cement, and I was like, oh my gosh, he probably just broke something. But then he jumped right back up and got on stage again. I was so confused. I was like, what is happening? And then he told me, oh no, Mom, that's how we end the show now. I was like, okay, I'm getting so old. And I was a little bit creeped out because it was Friday the 13th. So like they did like, you could wear like a mask, like a Halloween mask, which I don't like scary Halloween masks. And of course, I always think my daughters are beautiful no matter what, but I did not care for Tiffany's mask. It looked, the ram horns, I didn't like it. It's just not my thing. Plus they were playing like Friday the 13th movies on the side, which growing up, like I loved horror movies. I would watch them in the dark by myself. And the Friday the 13th ones, like the old ones, the original ones, are stupid anyway. But something about them playing it, like you couldn't hear it, and then the band's playing music and everybody dressed up all creepy, just gave me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know. I can't do horror movies anymore. Since I've had kids, it's changed. Like I can listen to true crime and podcasts, but you know, they don't show stuff. I can't do it anymore. I do like psychological thrillers still. Saturday night, my daughter Allie, who is a big horror fan, like she's like how I was. She had me watch, I think the director is Jordan Peele, the movie called Us. And it gave me so much anxiety. It wasn't really like scary. It was more of like psychological thriller, but it kind of gave me anxiety, like the Bird Box with Sandra Bullock. Like, I don't know, I like those kind of movies, or like M. Night Shyamalan type of movies. In fact, we watched Signs together because she had never seen it, and that's like my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. I like movies like that make you think and go like, what if? But I don't know, I feel like we just haven't chatted in a while, so I just wanted to chat a bit. So the pumpkin patch that we went to was a special needs day only, so you had to have like I don't even know, did I already talk about this? I think I did. You needed like an invitation. It was by invite only. Kennedy was still pretty overwhelmed because it was a lot. It was still a lot of people there. But that's pretty much been it. I think besides like maybe trying to do the basement and figure out where Kennedy's Play Kitchen goes this weekend, I do need to get some birthday supplies. Wesley's turning 15 on the 29th. He says he doesn't want to party, so, but I still want to do like a cake and, you know, do like a color theme or just something, just in case he changes his mind. I'm probably just going to go get like blue stuff. That's kind of, he's been liking like blues and grays and things. He wants a loft bed for his birthday, so we need to measure his room, and he's picked out a couple, so we're probably going to get him that and pick out some paint so he can paint his room. Actually, I think he's just going to paint it the same color as Allie's room downstairs, that really soft gray, which we have plenty of that paint left, so we won't have to spend too much money. But eventually I want to get Allie and, not Allie, although Allie and Tiffany both need new mattresses too. Jillian and Kennedy, I eventually want to get them loft beds. Also, to have the little desks included. We found some online and it got really good reviews where it's like a lower bed because our ceilings are low, with the little desk attached inside, and then it comes with like a little nightstand attached with it also. It's like the little 3 cloth drawers, which, I mean, they can't put too much stuff in it, but I figured that would be perfect. Then that would, like, if we get the kitchen out of there and then the two desks, like the old desks that I wanted to paint, get those out of there and just put the loft beds in there for the girls too, and then get them a new dresser. I've been pricing dressers online as well, and they're not that expensive. They're actually, the one I want that's really cute is cheaper than probably buying it at a thrift store. Although I'm going to look at thrift stores too, because my husband's getting pretty good about redoing furniture. I mean, the table looks really, really nice. So this is all just hearsay, like it's not happening right now. But when Wesley asked for a loft bed, maybe go look at stuff for the girls, just so it would kind of give them their own space, because it's just hard right now because Jillian and Kennedy are 3 years apart, and so their interests are very, very different. Except Kennedy sees Jillian sit at her desk to do her makeup, so she's like, oh, I want a desk to do my homework on, and she's got some play makeup. And I just thought if we had the desk attached to their own little beds and their own little drawers that they can keep like their little things in, it would make it feel more personal than just having like a bunk bed and them sharing a desk. I don't know if that makes sense, and I don't even know at this point if we can afford it, if our settlement ever comes. It's beginning to feel like a far-fetched dream. But yeah, Wesley doesn't want to do anything for his birthday. I keep asking him. He just says he wants to go out to eat to this Mexican restaurant he really likes, to order ceviche. Is that how you say it? It's that shrimp dish. So I asked him, I'm like, are you sure you want the loft bed for your birthday? Because I feel like we can get that with the settlement when it comes, because we need to paint his room first. I don't want to put a loft bed together just to take it apart to paint his room, and we might not get to his room for a bit. But he says that's all he wants. He says he can't think of anything else. I'm even tempted to just give him money or something, but I don't know. It's so hard when they get to a certain age, you know? He does have a phone now, so that's not even really a gift. We ended up getting him a cell phone, but he turns 15 in a couple weeks, and he is already can go get a job at the bakery where Parker and Tiffany work, and his phone bill is only $30 a month because we had a free line. But I felt like that's not really a birthday gift either. I mean, if he wants to, I think we paid like $45 with tax to set the thing up. So I mean, I guess if he wants to count that as part of his birthday present, he can. But I'm like, well, I don't really want to make that your birthday present because you have to pay that bill. Like, you got to get a job and pay that $30. And if for some reason he doesn't get hired, I've told him you're going to have to do extra stuff here around the house, like actual chores, like not unloading the dishwasher or making your bed or doing dog poop. Like, that doesn't count. Like, chores. Or the neighbors are always asking for help because they've gone and made money walking dogs, washing cars. The snow's coming, he can go plow plenty of driveways. All the neighbors are super nice and have always, my kids have gone there even just to help, and they're always like, no, here's $5, here's $10. So I'm sure I don't have any like doubt that he can't like cover that 30 every month. And Wesley, he's got a really good work ethic as well, so I think he'll be fine. Plus, he still has like $200 left over from working at the Tiki Hut this summer. Out of all my kids, him and Allie probably, well, Tiffany too, they save their money really good. Parker and Jillian, they struggle to save money. They do. Well, the dogs are barking, so either my son Parker's home from walking Cooper or my husband's home for lunch. So I will check back in with you guys when the bread is all done and pretty so you guys can see it. Titan, is that your favorite spot to sit? I just let you outside. Who let you in? Hello? Kennedy, did you let Titan in? And Banks. Okay, so Kennedy's home from school having, hey, stop it. No, no, no. Banks. Banks. My bread has arisen. It is alive. I've got the oven preheating. It's early, but I don't remember if Allie gets home today at 3 or if she gets off at 6. So I'm just gonna preheat the oven and bake it now. I need to go back and watch my video because I don't remember how long to cook it for. How was school? Okay guys, the bread's done. Smells good. Looks good. Hopefully it tastes good. My hair. It's good. Tastes like homemade bread. So that's it. That's all the bread I'm allowing myself to have. I'm saying that. Might have one little tiny piece at dinner time. It's so hard to give up carbs. Because it's like, just, I don't eat all that flour. But it's good. I think I'm going to have Jillian make the soup because she wanted to, I think, make dinner tonight. She's made like 2 other dinners since the last video I posted of her making dinner. She's really enjoying cooking a lot, which I'm grateful for. Seems like my kids kind of go through stages where they want to learn how to cook or bake, and then it dies off and then comes back. So forgot to post our dinner, but here's our soup. And I've already had another piece of bread, even though I said I wouldn't. Adam's is gone. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Chicken tendies, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.